How about them Celtics, baby?
The Celtics are the balls.
I am so extremely happy with how this team played. This is the Boston Celtics team that I knew they could be all season long, and last night was really the peak experience. Game 1 of the NBA Finals probably went as well as it could for the Celtics. This team just looked dominant, and it wasn't just a win. I feel like this was a statement. All of the questions and concerns about this team coming into Game 1 probably just got silenced at least a little bit. I mean, I'll say I think the disrespect needs to stop. As a Celtics fan, I've been hearing nothing but talk about this team for the past couple months. And to an extent, I get the hate. I mean, this is expected of us. Anything short of a championship run this year is a disappointment. But this team has gotten zero flowers along the way. By the way the media talks about them on TV, it feels like the Celtics aren't also playing NBA playoff teams. I get it, somebody's probably already typing in the comments,
"Oh, but all the injuries."
I don't give a flying flamingo. This time though, there's really no excuse. I get people are probably gonna say, oh, well, Luka's banged up. He didn't look that banged up. He put up 30 on the Celtics, so I think he's good. This Celtics team is legit, especially at full health. And honestly, I think this is the year. But on to the game. The Boston Celtics faced off against the Dallas Mavericks at home in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. There was some back and forth to start the game. Boston would score a bucket, Dallas would score a bucket, and that went on for about the first half of the first quarter. But then Boston just blew the brakes off of this Dallas Mavericks team. They went on to outscore Dallas 37-20 in the first quarter alone and went into the half up 21. So the Celtics had a pretty convincing lead going into the half. There were just so many questions looming around this team about what was going to happen in Game 1, and specifically if Kristaps Porzingis was going to actually be healthy and be able to get up to speed. I think it's safe to say that he's feeling pretty good, especially after last night. I don't know what they did to that man over his 5-week break, but it feels like they put him through the Captain America Super Soldier Serum trials during his break, because holy shit, is this guy good when he's healthy. He ended the night with 20 points and 6 rebounds, mostly all of that coming in the first half. Now, if you watched the game, you probably knew this, but KP didn't actually start the game. It was actually Al Horford, so Porzingis did come off the bench. And honestly, I think that's probably the best decision, at least for now. We didn't know what we were going to get out of KP after 5 weeks off, both time and performance-wise. I mean, from my point of view, he looks good. He looks good to go. Like, put that man on the starting lineup again. I don't know if they're gonna put him on the starting lineup for Game 2, especially after how well this game went, but regardless, I like the decision to essentially ease him back into the game. We've talked all postseason long about KP really being the difference maker of whether or not this Boston Celtics team takes home a championship. And at this point, I kind of think that's true. Now, I get it, the Celtics have essentially gotten to this point without him, but they're not going to win this series without him. They need Porzingis out there on the floor. What he brings on the floor offensively and defensively can't be underestimated. This guy is an essential piece to the championship run. I can't express just how happy I am to have this man back, and I hope he continues to play like he did in Game 1, because if he does, this could potentially be a sweep. Both the Jays played well tonight too. They were just stars, but of course, some stars shine brighter than others. I know the media is gonna make this game a whole Jaylen versus Jason thing, and I'm kind of sick and tired of it. I know they have a job to do, but as a Celtics fan, I'm tired of that storyline. Us Celtics fans, like us real Celtics fans, really don't give a shit. We want a ring. We're tired of waiting. 2008, last time we won a ring. It's 2024. Give us something. I don't care who does it for us, just give us a ring. They're both great players. Point blank period. Now, Jaylen Brown will likely get more praise for his performance in Game 1. He was just great, elite, I might say, and he's just been great all playoffs. Jaylen Brown has kind of kicked it into another year after the regular season, and I'm so happy to see it, especially after we just gave him that Supermax. He's coming off of an Eastern Conference Finals MVP, and he doesn't show any signs of slowing down. He just had highlight play after highlight play. He was just playing fantastic. This man quite literally was going to war for this city. His presence was felt on both ends of the court. He finished the night with 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. He was just a force in this game. And specifically, if you've been on Twitter today or even last night, you've probably seen this clip already. But this dunk by Jaylen Brown was insane.
What a season he's had. Brown goes inside. Oh, what a slam from Jaylen Brown.
Brown, yes, the finish was nice, but the tween cross to get the separation, flush it.
Jason Tatum, however, had a quieter night. Twitter gremlins took to the internet and made sure that people knew just how quiet of a night Jason Tatum was having. But they completely missed the point, and they probably didn't actually watch the game. I know this series is super important for Tatum in terms of legacy, but he can worry about all of that after he wins his first ring. He still doesn't have one yet. All the Celtics greats have multiple, so he's still got a long way to go in terms of being an all-time Celtic, if we're considering championships as a metric. But I really think Tatum is only concerned about winning a ring right now, no matter how it gets done. And that kind of showed in game one. Both the Jays at one point or another this season have had to sacrifice personal gain for the benefit of the team, and this was just another case of that. He had just 16 points, but he was so important in ways that might not always show up on the stat sheet. What will show up on the stat sheet though is his rebounds. This guy had 11 rebounds on the night. So regardless of what he did scoring, he still ended the night with a double-double. He was just so effective on the glass, and those opportunities that those rebounds created can't be underestimated. It was great. People may say that he didn't do enough in this game or whatever, but I think that's cap. Firstly, he didn't need to do it all. When you have a team this good, you don't always need Jason Tatum to be the sole reason you win games. It's nice when it is, but it doesn't always have to be the case. He's an incredible player, no doubt about it, but he's also a team player, and that's only gotten more and more prevalent the older he's gotten. Jason Tatum isn't just a scorer. He can impact the game in a bunch of other ways, and tonight was really just a showcase of that. Other notable player performances from Boston: Derek White had 15 points, Drew Holiday had 12 points, Al Horford only had 10 points, but I feel like I gotta take a moment here just to appreciate this man. He's just been a stud ever since KP went down. We've asked a lot of him in the postseason, and he's really risen to the occasion. He's 38 years old and still defending and putting up minutes of guys 10 years younger than him. It's just crazy to see. I can't express just how happy I am to have this OG on the team. But more so than the offense this game, the defense was really good. Boston held Dallas to just 89 points. Not only that, but Dallas only managed to have 9 assists all game. It really felt like they couldn't get anything going. With all that being said, it's not like Dallas doesn't still pose a threat. I mean, Luka Doncic is the real fucking deal. This guy might be the best basketball player I've ever seen. He is insane. He ended up putting up a 30-piece on Boston in game one, and you could just tell from the beginning that he was gonna get his. I feel like regardless of what you do with Luka, he's still going to score. And honestly, that's okay. Luka can put up all the points he wants if his teammates continue to struggle. And that's exactly what happened in game one. Another player who typically is able to self-create and put up numbers is Kyrie Irving, but this just wasn't his night. Kyrie was essentially a non-factor in this game. I'm not sure if it was the whole being back in Boston thing and hearing deafening boos every time he touched the ball, or he forgot to stage the joint, but it just wasn't good. He made some mistakes that we rarely see Kyrie make. He finished the game with just 12 points, going 0 for 5 from 3, and a plus-minus of -19. He just wasn't himself in game one. But honestly, I don't anticipate this dominance to continue. I don't think this will be a sweep. Kyrie will bounce back and put up numbers in one of these games here soon, and Luka, well, Luka isn't going to slow down anytime soon. It really all comes down to the surrounding pieces in Dallas and having them perform, because last night they did not. The 3-ball wasn't falling, their beloved lob dunk play wasn't falling, so Luka was really the only answer they had on offense. Some of that was self-inflicted, but a lot of that was just really good defense by Boston. After game one, my confidence in this team has skyrocketed. We crashed the board, we fought for balls, we played good defense, and honestly, that's all you can really ask for, and it paid off. They beat the shit out of Dallas. It wasn't a close game, they beat the shit out of them. And frankly, I think they can do it again. 3 more games to go until Boston puts up banner number 18 and wins the chip for the first time since 2008. As a lifelong Celtics fan, I need this. Now, it hasn't been a drought of success. If anything, there's been so much success that every single year I fall in love with this team and believe they're gonna go all the way and win a championship just for them to turn around and shatter my heart into a million pieces just like my ex. If Boston does end up winning the chip this year, I'm getting in my car and driving 12 hours up to Boston from Virginia just to go celebrate with my fellow Boston Celtics fans. It's just game one, but as a Celtics fan, if you had any concerns about this team coming into game one, we gotta be feeling pretty good right now, because I know I am. It's so hard to believe after so many letdowns, but I do think that this is the year. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think is gonna happen in this this series down in the comment section below. Go ahead and follow me on socials. I'll be covering every game of the finals on my Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, if you want to go ahead and follow me over there and interact with me in real time. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys after game 2. Let's go C's.